Welcome to Yeshiva Daf Shir sponsor Nishma Sabi Shalom Le'apas Yitzchok. We're holding Metzia Daf Ayin Aleph. We got a few lines down in Mud Aleph, and we're starting the Gemara. It says Tanya Omar Rabbi Yosi. It's about 12 lines down. Tanya Omar Rabbi Yosi says we have a little agata here in the Gemara regarding ribis. Some use a name Shalmal V'Beribis. Look how blind are the people that learn the ribis. If someone calls his friend Rasha, you will go down to his chayav. What does it mean Yeridim L'chayav? Rashi brings two explanations. Explanation one is that he's going to start fighting with him. Well, why are you calling me a Rasha? People get so insulted. The Rashi brings another explanation, which Tosis quotes as well, that he has a permission to be Yerid L'chayav. Tosis brings the name of Tzaddik Goyin, that he's allowed to go and burn third of his tvua. Says, where is the marker for that? And before I speak about it, the question is either he has permission to do it or he doesn't have permission, but he still will be Yored L'chayav. They're bringing witnesses. They're bringing a sefer. They're bringing the pen, v'dyoy, and ink, v'choisvim, and they write and sign, ploy nizeh kofar be'eloiki Yisrael. Forget about Russia. He's a kofer be'eloiki Yisrael. The Ben Yehuda says, why is it called Eloiki Yisrael over here? Eloiki Yisrael is when you're talking about hashgacha. When Hakadosh Baruch Hu down here in this world, when you want to say Hakadosh Baruch Hu is seeing everything and is involved in everything, is Eloiki Yisrael. Hakadosh Baruch Hu here is Eloiki Yisrael. Someone who gives ribis, in a sense, he doesn't have imun and bitoch on Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Someone has money and he lends him and he makes sure not to take ribis. Someone gave his money non-ribis. He didn't take shoycha anoki. Or say someone who does that will not be mispointed. Here the first what he asked, many of the first speak about it, the Rif, it's called the Yeshaya Pinto, on the Ein Yaakov is a very long arichus. We have two things. We have a neshech and we have shoychat. So why is the Gemara picking on ribis only? So it's something that needs more birur, but the Gemara says that the Ikar Pasuk speaks about ribis. And someone who doesn't do ribis, he will not be mispointed, he won't fall down. If someone does give ribis, he is nechosim, he loses nechosim mismoititim. So the first ask, what do you mean nechosim? We find, let's see first of all the Gemara. We see people that don't give ribis, don't take ribis, and still they lose their money. Those ones fall off, but they come back. So the first ask, what do you mean? We find many people that they're honest people, they lost their money. So the Shmaita says a big insight, and we're going to speak about it a little more in the Shur Machshava on the Daf, that the idea is some people, they lose money, but the money goes to somebody else. There's some bracha that comes for the money. Either not for them, so they go for someone else that does business with them, for the children, for the neighbors. Somebody is getting a bracha. Someone who Ma'al Beribis, the money doesn't bring any bracha to anybody involved. And the Tzlach adds, they talk about even the loive. The loive, who takes money, he hopes to make some profit from the money, he loses everything. Why you look at a boigdim, at someone who's a boigit, who's a Rasha, when a Rasha, he swallows someone who's a greater tzaddik than him. We saw that in Gemara Brachos as well. He eats a tzaddik, but not someone who's a greater tzaddik than him. Meaning, a greater tzaddik than him, but not the greater tzaddik. Greater tzaddik does have protection. Tani Rabbi Oimer, get tzaddik hamur le'inyan mechiro. Figure toishav hamur le'an ribis ein yodea mao. It says ger tzaddik, a full ger, regarding sale, which we'll see in a moment. And it says ger toishav, which means a goy, who accepted himself not to do over the zoro, regarding ribis. I don't know what's chat. And the word explains what's the issue. It says, if your brother will lose money and he will be sold to you as a slave. So the Gemara dashens, Shenemar, it says in the Pasuk, leger. So this Pasuk is referring to the fact that a person who is not careful, he'll be sold as a slave, he'll be sold to a ger, he'll be deteriorated. We talk about someone who's not careful with Shemitah. So Shenemar leger, leger tzedek, don't tell me a regular ger. Elager Taisha, talk about a guy who keeps the mitzvahs that he doesn't do for the Zohar. Shemar leger Toshav. Mishpachas ger, it says in family ger, zeh nochi, regular goy. Kishloim or leiker, zanim kailav it is kachovim atzom, meaning it's going to be sold to a church, to a place over the Zara to work over there. That's how low the yid goes. So it says over there that a person being sold is being sold to a ger. It says like more, remember the ger kohen yevet ivri. You want to tell me a ger is able to purchase an yevet ivri? Very meaning, what makes a question? Ein a ger nikro be'yevet ivri. A ger cannot be sold as an yevet ivri. Ve'ein isha be'ger kohen yevet ivri. A woman and a ger are not able to purchase an yevet ivri. Ger lo nikro be'yevet ivri is not being sold as yevet ivri. So the shalom mishpachto be'ein, and you have to go back to your family. Ve'aleka ger doesn't have a family. He's gekot shel dam. A woman and a ger cannot purchase a ivri. Isho lav orach aro. For isho, it's not good because the problem of yichud, of being with a man, a woman purchasing a man, is not the proper thing to do. Only someone who can be purchased, who can sell himself, he can buy. Someone cannot not. So a ger is not able to purchase every divri, as I said before. He can't be purchased as every divri, he can't buy every divri as well. So what's the problem? The question is, how do you say in the pasuk that the every divri will be sold to a ger? You can't sell every divri to a ger. That's the question regarding every divri. Ger cannot purchase a Jewish eved as a Yisrael. But he can purchase him as a goy. The same way a goy can purchase every divri and use him as a goy, also a ger could do that. What's the Kamino? The Tanya nirtzo. Nirtzo means someone who is left after 6 years of work and wants to stay until the Yovel. V'anim kol anocher, or someone who's sold to a goy. Ein ovid lo yisaben v'lo yisabas. It doesn't work for the children of the master. Mashenkin, when you have a Yisrael, you do. A ger has the same thing. So there is a nechir to a ger. He just doesn't have the halachas of a Jewish master, only of a Goyish master. Omar, one of our quotes. A woman a ger cannot purchase an evidivri. Name it look at Shimon Gamliel. That doesn't work like Shimon Gamliel. The Tanya Isha koines ashvachos. A woman can purchase a female slave. She can't purchase a male slave. She can also purchase the male slave. Clearly, she's saying that Shimon Gamliel holds could purchase a slave. She could purchase a Eved Knaini, Eved who was a goy. He's right now half Yisrael, but he used to be a goy until he was an Eved. And now Eved Ivri was a Jew. Why? What's the difference? Eved Ivri tznialo. Eved Ivri won't tell anybody what's going on. So if she does something improper with him, nobody's going to know. Eved Knaini part, so Eved Knaini is going to go to advertise. So I was with this woman. It says a widow should not raise a dog. Should not have as a guest a bar birav because of chshad. So a bar birav, anything wrong goes up. If there's wrong there, the bar birav won't say a thing. When a woman has a relationship with a dog, so then the dog is always running after her. So he's not going to want to have a relationship with him because he's going to run after her. She'll be scared. Similar to the Eved. Also, not only when she has a relationship with a dog, he comes after her. Also, when she throws meat to the dog, he comes after her. So people will say the reason he's running after her because of the meat and not because of relationship. So that's why she's not afraid. That's why it says not to be with her. It says places we're not really choshesh that a Jewish woman will be with a dog, but it's a lazo society. Just people should not speak. That was the issue that we mentioned before. It says a ger, a regular ger, by Eved. Ger toisha mulina ribis mahi. We're talking about ger toisha kind of ribis. You have a brother who becomes poor. The boy, you should hold on to him. You should help him. Even a ger toisha should live with you. And then it says, don't take ribis and be afraid of Hashem. He should live with you. That's right, the pronunciation. If you're reading Warren's question, we learned that you could borrow and lend the goy beribis. That's what we said in our Mishnah. It says ger toishav, you also could do it. So why are we saying in the pasuk ger toishav? Mi Yisrael. It says you have to help your Jewish friend. You have to help the Ger Toshav. And don't take from him ribis, meaning from the Yisrael. But from the Ger Toshav, you could take ribis. So don't take ribis don't take a ribis for, obviously, for a Jew, but you could be an Orev. Says the one that Aleph on base. Orev Leman. What does it mean, Orev? Who is the Orev? Orev Yisrael, Orev to Yisrael, Atano. I mean, a regular Orev. I mean, you could be a guarantor for a loan between a Jew and a Jew, and which has ribis. We learned Elu Oivrim Beloy Sase. Who's over in the lav of ribis? Hamalve, Ve'aloive, Ve'arev. The lender, the borrower, and the Orev. Ve'edim, also the Edim Orev in the mouth. So your Orev, he can't be an Orev by a loan. Elo Lenoch. Talk about by a goy. So the goy goes after the Orev. You knew the Kashokel Mineri Biso. So so what's going to happen? The way they were in the stands, the guy will go to the Jew, and then the Jew, the Arev, will go to the borrower. So it's really becoming a loan between the Arev and the borrower, and not between the guy and the borrower. So the Arev is taking ribis. He accepted, the guy accepted to do B'din Yisrael. If he does the halachas of Yisrael, he should not take ribis. When he accepted Din Yisrael regarding the fact that he will not go to the Arev, he'll go to the borrower, but he didn't accept it, he won't take ribis. Which is okay. Now, just to understand, what is exactly the dinim over here that we said Din Yisrael, Din Akum regarding the Arev? Rashi says, Lo Din Yisrael, Yitba min aloy v'tchilu. If he first goes to the borrower, then he goes to the Arev. The Arev is not involved in him again. He says, when he does pay the Nochim, when they stroke, the borrower cannot pay, and the guarantor pays, that's when he can say, that's when he's paying his friend. In other words, the guy gave the Jew $100. The deal is, the Jew has to give back 120. Now the guy will go to the Jew, to Reuven, the borrower. It says, Reuven, you have to pay me back 120 as we agreed. I don't have money. So now he goes to Shimon. Shimon is the guarantor. Shimon will pay 120. That's considered to be the loan that he's giving Reuven. Reuven owes him 120, which is exactly what Shimon gave. There's no ribis over here. But if the guy goes straight to the borrower, so it means is that it's considered to be that the borrower will give the money to the guarantor first. He, meaning the guarantor, so to speak, give the money to the borrower, because the lender, the guy, is dealing now with the Arev. So the borrower who got $100 is considered to be got from Arev. He's responsible to pay the Arev back 120. That ribis if the guy goes straight to him. So according to Rashi, what changed between before and after, between the dinim of Goyim and dinim of Yisrael? What changed is that dinim by Goy, you go directly to the Arev, and then the Arev deals with the borrower. The dinim of Yisrael is you go first to the borrower, you can't pay, you go to the Arev. That's what Rashi learns. The Rajba learns, the Vilna Gaon points out over here, the Rajba learns that the only problem, that's not the issue. If that would be the issue, it's not considered to be a ribis. It's not a ribis. Because at the end of the day, the lender gave money to the borrower needs to pay, you can go to the Arev. The Arev is not involved in the actual transaction, the original transaction. So he says, we're talking about another Arev. There's an Arev called Arev Shloif Deutz. Arev Shloif Deutz is that the lender has nothing to do with the borrower. It's not that he goes to the guarantor. He could go to the guarantor first. The borrower is not going to be involved at all. The lender deals directly with the Arev. He goes to the Arev. So it's considered to be that he gave the money to the Arev. And that's what the problem is. But if it's not Shleif Deutz, meaning even if he goes to the Arev first, but we're talking about the borrower is still in the deal over here, then there's no issue of ribis. So Machlokes Rashi and the Rajba, to what extent I'm talking about the problem of the Arev. When does the Arev from a goy become an issue? So Yisrael can lend, the Mishnah said, can lend money of a goy on behalf of the goy if the goy agrees. So that Gemara is going to explain. Okay, so what's the case? Yisrael shalov a mois ben amoch. Right? Reuben borrowed money from a goy. and he wants to go and return it to the goy. Matzah Yisrael acher, comes Yisrael, Shimon. He says, the Yisrael borrowed money from a goy, and he wants to give it back. And he finds another Yisrael, and he says, I will give you what the goy gave you, and you pay, give me the ribbis. Namely, give me the money. That's going to become us. Meaning, even though the lush of the Gemara is not so clear, if it sounds over here that the lending happened, it means is that the borrower wants to come to the lender and deal with the guy, get a loan, give him ribbis. Comes to Yisrael and says, I'll give you the money instead of the guy, and you give me the ribbis. So he says, that's also immediate tzanochi mutter. What's immediate tzanochi? Rashi says, it's mutter. Why the shluchayu? If the Yisrael is next to the goy, as if the goy told the Yisrael to do it, so he's not considered to be the Yisrael giving the money. The goy is giving the money, and therefore it's okay. How the Yisrael is doing it, he's the shliach. I was going to ask in a moment, how can he be the shliach? So the goy is borrowing money from Yisrael. To pay it back. And you give it to me, and I'll give it to you the same way you give me it to him, because he's giving it beribis. So the din is that's mutter. Then it's mutter. Why? Because the guy is doing it. If the guy is standing next to Yisrael, it's also. This one the sefer, I understand what's going on over here. If the Yisrael is standing on behalf of the goy, really, even though a goy cannot make a shliach or become a shliach, in this case, the goy is the shliach of the Yisrael, and he should be really working, but because it doesn't look right, it looks like Yisrael telling the shliach, the goy, to give money to the Yisrael on his behalf, so it looks like he's the shliach of the Yisrael, so we're machmir to be yosef. Reish, what's the reish? The reish is the goy is the mishalech. He is the one saying the shliach. The Yisrael is the shliach. Kivan dein shlichus anochi, you knew the kashokim in Iberiso. So then the ribbis is coming from Yisrael to Yisrael. So there's no shlichus over here. A goy can't be a shliach. He says, the goy tells the Yisrael, put the money on the land and you don't have to pay anymore. So meaning therefore what? The Yisrael, in other words, it wasn't the Yisrael gave it to the Yisrael. Yisrael put it on the ground, and that's where the Yisrael took it from. So the really it wasn't between the Yisrael and Yisrael, between the Yisrael and the goy putting it on the ground. So it's a chiddush. He didn't do anything. So he says, meaning the goy took the money and gave it to the second Yisrael. What's a chiddush? Maybe pshat is the guy is doing it on behalf of the Yisrael, because one Yisrael told the other Yisrael, I'm going to lend you the money. And now the guy is doing it. So meaning, what is it? Well, look at Rashi. They sold. Meaning the Noch is doing it for the behalf of Yisrael, even though he's not a shliach. The Nachem b'derabbanan, like we said in the sefer. No, the guy is seeing what's going on here. The second Yisrael is going to be one, and the first Yisrael is going to be deal with each other. The first Yisrael is telling the guy what to do. So you would think the guy is doing it on behalf of the Yisrael. The chiddush is mutter. When do we say that Anochi can have a shlichus? Hanemili betruma. The idea of shlichus only betruma, not the regular any part of the Torah. How the Rav should be rusi? Rav says that is wrong. Why can you be a shliach betruma? You're Yisrael, so your shliach has to be Yisrael as well. But the whole shlichus of the Torah you learn from Truma. Truma is the source. It says, the Lashon HaPosek is, you do Truma, what's gam atem? Not only you also your shliach, that's the source of shlichus. And there it says gam atem has to be like you. You're a Jew, your shliach has to be a Jew. It says from here you learn Kol HaTorah Kula. So El Davashi Berusi, to come and say that a goy can be a shliach, everything but Truma, that's not true. Ikadami, so I'm saying. That's only they can be a shliach for us. We could be shliach for them. And that's the case of the Reish over here. He's a shliach for the goy to give ribbis. That's also not true. Why can't it be our shliach? From Truma you learn like that the shliach, from here you learn shlichus. You are Jewish, you shliach to be Jewish. Also, you have to be, we still learn the same thing, the same source. Atem gam atem. The shliach and the mishleach need to be both Jewish. So you can't say that the same way the goy can't be the mishleach, he can't be the shliach. He can't be the same way he can't be the shliach, can't be the mishleach. Come on. That's also not a good answer. So that was another second answer. Ravino Amani, the shlichus l'nochri leisli, schia midirabonon isli midaviakoto. He doesn't have shlichus, but he has schia. He's zoiche for the shlich. The shlich, the goy can appoint him as a shlich. But without the goy appointing him, he can say, I'm doing it on behalf of the goy. So when he shows giving ribbis to his friend on behalf of the goy, if he's on his own, that's not on behalf of the goy. But if he's saying, I'm doing it on behalf of this goy, he's doing schus, he's considered to be the money of the goy. Like we have by a child. Still, based on that, if Easter is Chiyam Rabbanon. Rabbanon is talking, the Zochin Lakoto, you could be Zochin Lakoto. And also here, we Mizak is considered to be the goy's money. So again, not a good answer. A child will become a shliach. So one is Mizak to have schiyah. A goy will never become a shliach, so now we're talking to have a schiyah. So these three answers, we're trying to say it doesn't work, to go to the previous answer, talk about that the goy actually took the money back from the Yisrael, and he's the one in between it. And not that the Yisrael went, gave it to Yisrael A, gave it to Yisrael B. But the goy took it and gave it to the Yisrael. And that's why there's no ribbis. And what the chiddush is, don't tell me the goy is a shlich of the Yisrael, and maybe it should be Asr. Okay, we'll stop over here, and Be'ez Hashem continue from here, then tomorrow's daf.